In this question, it's asking us to identify several different values or several different things. It's first asking us whether or not this graph will open up or down. So since our coefficient is positive, our graph is going to open up since A is greater than 0. For B, it's asking us what's the axis of symmetry. So if you look up the axis of symmetry, it occurs at the point x equals negative b over 2a. So we're just going to substitute. We've got 6 over 2 times 3. So we've got negative 1. Our vertex is going to be at negative 1, and then we're going to plug it in for to identify the vertex. So the axis of symmetry is at x equals negative 1, and then the vertex is going to be at negative 1, and then whatever our y value is there. So we'll plug in negative 1 for x. That's going to give us 5, so the vertex is at negative 1, 5. And then part D is asking us for the intercepts. So when we plug in x equals 0, we're going to get 8. So we've got an intercept at 8. And then to find our y-intercept, we'll set the equation equal to 0 and solve for x. And then I wanted to point out from here that sometimes we're not going to have something nice and neat to factor. So you can always try to take the discriminant as well to see if that will identify anything for you. And if you do that, I lost my place, just a second, let me get it back. Okay, yeah, so if you do that, the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. And in this case, you're going to end up with 36 minus 6, so the discriminant is less than 0. In this particular case, when you're talking about parabolas, for discriminant to be less than 0, that means there's two complex solutions. But that doesn't help us in the parabola case. This also means that there are no real solutions, meaning there are no x-intercepts. We can also tell if you were to graph this, because we already established that it's going up, it opens up. Our vertex, our axis of symmetry is at x equals negative 1, and the high point is at 5. So this is our minimum value, and then it's going to hit at 0, 8. So somewhere right about here, it's going to hit going up. And so as you can see, it's not going to hit the x-axis at any point. So those are two ways to try to finish graphing it. If it's not something that factors nicely where you can solve for x, try checking the determinant to see if there's even any solutions. You might be able to save yourself a lot of effort by just calculating the determinant and seeing if there's any real solutions or not. Oh, and then so for E, the minimum value is going to be 5. Y equals 5.